go. Hey, well, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday or Sunday, or if you're watching on replay, wherever it is that you're coming in from as well, too. Grateful to meet you. Welcome. My name is James Zhang. It's an honor to be here with you guys. If you're brand new, by the way, if you got started within the last month or so, put a 1 in the comments below. We'd love to celebrate you and welcome you. Welcome to the family. I see M. Louie, Gloria, the Harpers. Awesome. Melissa, Monica, oh my gosh, grateful to have you. Welcome to the family. If we haven't met yet, I've been with these drops for the last, since they first came out, almost 13 years ago. I'm also here with my better 3/4, I call her, because she's way smarter, better looking than I am. I just talk a lot, and then she does all the other stuff. Who here believes that women are pretty smart? So just talked to my wife about that. And it's an honor to have you here in this team and in this community. And we say that this academy training is the most important training of the week. It's kind of like if you're a churchgoer, you want a weekly gathering, you want to connect, you want to celebrate, you want to get inspiration, you want to get training and everything. And one thing I've learned, and I know we're going to be interviewing some incredible leaders today. We're going to be dropping and getting a lot of wisdom from them. I'm sure they will tell you that events matter. Getting to connect with other people matter. While we're in a virtual age, who here loves that we have the opportunity to build a business from home? Like, you like that? Like, that's awesome, right? I grew up in the day and age where every day we're in someone else's house and living room. And while I love you and you love me, I don't think you don't want to love me that much. You know, you love your family more than me, which is totally fine, right? So we have this opportunity to be virtual, to be online, but at the same time, it's important to have community. It's important to really be able to bond and everything. So that's why we run these academies. We also do put everything up there on replay as well, too. So a couple of onboarding things. And in a bit, I actually want to open up some breakout rooms. We've been doing this for a bit so you can get to know each other. So if you are able to be unmuted in a bit, if you are able to be on camera in a little bit for just a couple minutes, we'll have that up for you so you can have an opportunity to meet your fellow community as well, too. But a couple of onboarding things. If you are brand new, some homework for you. If you haven't gone through this yet, we do have an onboarding system that'll get you connected for all the back office stuff, right? How to set up. Who here is here because you want to get paid? Like, that sounds good. Yeah, I know. Paid a lot. We got a cool system going on. So once you come into this, you're going to have some really simple steps, 5 steps to success. It'll get you connected to things like how to set up your direct deposit, how to make a link, like how to get our entire marketing system on your phone. So that we have a done for you marketing system, what to post, what to say, how to drive them into what we call the machine, your presentation. And after you're done with that, that'll take you maybe like an hour or something. Then you'll have a launch plan that every single day, if you do for 30, 60 seconds, not seconds, sorry, minutes, seconds would be super fast. Then you're going to be able to make your first paycheck within your first 7 days. Who here this next week would love to make it a goal that you're going to get a paycheck here? Right? Give me a wave or put me in the comments. Like, I think it's important to be intentional. Paychecks matter because that means that you're transforming people's lives with their amazing products. And that's what we're all here to do. All right. So be sure to grab that for you. But before we dive into an incredible interview today, what I do want to do is, and if you're able to, I'm going to open up some breakout rooms with maybe like 2 to 3 people each. And we'll have a couple minutes on the clock. And what I'd love for you to do is maybe take a minute each. And in these, have an opportunity to, number one, share your name, where you're from, and share with your room. What is one thing that most people wouldn't know about you? What's a fun fact about you? Like, what's something that if I was like social media stalking you that you wouldn't know exactly? So if that sounds like something cool, put a me in the comments. Does that make sense? And we'll give it a couple of minutes. So if you're able to accept, there's going to be a button that'll pop up. Say, hey, I want to be in a breakout room. If you're not able to, that's okay as well, too. And I'm going to be shifting people around, so you're not alone, just in case as well, too. So I'm going to give this a shot, and we're going to see people pop out, or we're going to give it around 5 minutes or so. So opening these up right now. And let's try this out. Now I'm going to monitor these rooms. So be sure to grab that, accept that. It'll probably take around a minute or so, and I'll move people around if needed to make sure that no one is alone. And let's get connected with everybody. All right, let's see. I see one person here. I'm going to move you to room 17. I'm going to move you to room 2. Okay. And if you're still here with me as well, too, we can have a room ourselves. So I'm going to move you around. Okay, shifting. Okay, no one's alone. Oh, Adela's alone. Okay. And if you're in this room still, which is awesome, let me know if you're able to share where you are from. And I see Adrian, for example. Feel free to mute yourself, but would love to know where are you from? Where are you from? I'm going to click on ask to mute. There we go. Oh, got it. Okay, makes sense. No worries. Or put in the comments for anybody. Let me know where you're coming in from. And I'm out here in San Diego, California, Calgary. Awesome. Very cool. And throw in the comments, if you are able to, what is one thing that most people may not know about you? You know? Yes, got it. And I want to make sure, let me see, Melissa, who is the interpreter? So I know who that is, so I can make sure I don't throw them into a room somewhere, you know, so that'd be good. Awesome. Okay. There you are. Yeah, if anyone else is able to mute. Roxy, hey, how are you? Roxy, what's something that most people might not know about you? I see you unmuted. If not, so for me,
here I can talk. I can talk now. I was unable to talk for a second.
No worries.
I used to swim competitively.
Really? Oh
I don't think most people know that about me.
Not at all.
Thank you for asking.
What were your what's it called? What was your stroke? Is that what you call it?
I did individual medley, but mostly breaststroke and freestyle. And okay, I'm going to brag. I have a record in North Dakota that has been retired. So I have the last record of the 50-yard freestyle in North Dakota.
What? Oh gosh, that is crazy.
Yay.
So when you say retired, is it like permanently like on the walls type of thing? Does that
that is correct?
Oh my goodness, I never knew. Okay, well, I almost sink like a rock in water. So next time I know we're in a boat together, I'm next to Roxy. You know,
absolutely.
So
absolutely. I'm a fish, and I'll take anyone with me. We'll have fun in the water.
Awesome. Hey, Shelly, welcome back. I moved you guys out here, Kim. No worries. Shelly, feel free to let us know where are you coming from, and let us know something about you that most people might not know. Are you able to unmute at all? I'm going to click on this button. You can try that. Let's see if that works. All right. If not, there you are. Hi.
I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
Awesome.
And I am what most people don't know about me. I guess a lot of people don't know I have 5 children and 9 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
And my background is in working with people with developmental disabilities or children with behavior issues or families at risk.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for doing that much needed work. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. Awesome. Anything else, guys? Whether it's in the chat, we got around 45 seconds. We'll pop back in. Welcome back, Ken. You meet some cool peeps.
Welcome. Look forward to getting to know you better, James.
Yeah, likewise. Well, I already know you very well because, you know, food makes your way to someone's heart. So,
well,
seriously.
When we did that,
yeah,
I know a good chef. I know a good barbecue guy. So I had him do the barbecue. I know somebody else does good beans. So I had them do the beans. It's like you put a team together. Anything you do, if you put a team together, you succeed.
True. Absolutely. Oh
Yeah,
man.
and
Well, you're the guy.
that's
You're the
that's
glue.
what we look for.
Wonderful. Well, hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope the breakouts work. They don't always work perfectly. So let me mute all these right here. So did anyone meet a new friend? Maybe you're an old friend. You're like, I know you already, right? So I'd encourage, reach out, connect, say connect on Facebook, and everywhere is full too. And you never know. Like one of the best things about network marketing, I believe, compared to any other business, is that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And it's so important. Like to this day, I am still friends with people I first met like 15 years ago when I got introduced to this type of industry. And we've connected, we've collaborated, it's all different types of things, so awesome. Thanks for participating if you're able to participate, and if not, no worries. All right. Well, who here is ready today to learn some nuggets that can help you explode your business and your income? Like if that sounds good right there, so that's our intention here. And I want to share with you first a tactical thing, and then I'm going to introduce you to some incredible leaders and friends and just so many cool things. But one of the goals is this. We have a strategy I call here. If you've been around network marketing at all, the strategy is important because maybe you've been involved in businesses like this before. And some of us here, you learn the basic skills, and then you can get some customers, then you can get some partners. But have you ever experienced, or have you ever been concerned about, man, how do I duplicate this thing? Right? It's like, I'm the only one doing this crazy thing. Where's all the other people that are out there? Am I the only one? Put a me in the comments if you ever felt that way at all. And why does that happen? Well, one part is missing systems is important. That's why we have our onboarding system that I had, because systems are duplicatable, but personalities are not. We are all unique. We are all uniquely designed. And I think it's important you show up authentically as who you are. Okay. Like I can't make barbecue as good as Ken can. I just can't. That I can eat it well, but I can't make it, So number two, though, is strategy. 80% strategy, 20% skill. Now, Partner Co., this company, this comp plan has the #1 paying comp plan in the world. It's 50-50 split, been around for 13 years. So what's the strategy to unlock it? What's the strategy to earn an extra $500 a month? Or even if you want, who here wouldn't mind an opportunity to make a 6-figure plus income? Like if that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, Monica said, me, please. Well, we figured out a way to crack this compensation plan with a simple strategy that anyone can do and focus on, that if you do this, you can scale this business to 6 figures even in 6 months. You can do it slower, to each their own. You can do it faster. In fact, we've had this strategy up since January, and we've seen multiple people already get to this position. And what is that all about? Brooke, welcome back. Hello. Brooke's been crushing. Brooke, drop in the chat, by the way, how many customers you've already acquired. And if Brooke, let me know too if you're able to unmute. I'd love to actually ask you a couple questions here. So this is the strategy, 10 and 2. Okay, type this in the chat, 10 and 2. And what this is, it's a focus. Here's your target. However you want to do it, we have our system, but just obsess about this. Every month, if I can personally help 10 new customers, and then I can personally sponsor at least 2 new brand partners at 200 points each. This is within our Word Movement Facebook page. It's pinned in the featured. I'd encourage you to actually read and watch through all this. But if you do that, what's it going to do? It's going to make you at least an extra $500 a month. But if you continue to do this every month, and then you help your people duplicate this strategy in 6 figures, you're going to be able to make, in 6 months, you're going to be able to make 6 figures, a $10,000 a month income. Think about in February, if you had an extra $10,000 a month coming into your family's accounts, how transformational would that be? I know. So Brooke, oh my gosh. Brooke, are you able, I'm going to see if I can unmute you real quick. Brooke, I need to talk to you. I've been wanting to talk to Brooke for a bit. Miss Brooke, are you able to chat at all? Like, that'd be super cool if you can unmute. There you are.
Yes.
Brooke, hey,
Sorry, my phone's
welcome and
ringing.
welcome
Hello.
back from vacation. Hi. All right.
Hi.
So, Brooke, how long have you been involved in this business now?
Well, I signed up as a brand partner maybe 2 weeks ago, but I got my drops a week ago, last Saturday.
Okay. Wow.
And
All
so
right.
I made one
And
post Saturday night after I got the,
okay.
and I did
are you
the,
able to put on your
engagement thing,
video?
which
I saw you on for a little bit, but if not, that's okay too.
I wasn't planning on being on video, but yes, I can.
There you are. You look great. You look awesome. Welcome back. Okay, so it's been around a week. You made a
Yes.
post. So you did our pin post, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what happened?
It just exploded. People were just commenting and then messaging me privately. And I just reposted again this morning and people are just like messaging my inbox. I need information. So I couldn't keep up at first. I was like overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what to do. There's so many people. But now I've got my nice notebook and it's organized and I can go back and follow up and keep track.
Oh my goodness. This post is the one. 119 comments. And how many customers and or partners have you enrolled already?
I have enrolled 12 customers and 1 brand partner.
Wow. Come on.
What I was most excited about is some of the people that did order are big influencers. So once they get the drop started, I think they'll join as brand partners, which is awesome.
Game over. It's already started. You started something that cannot be stopped. Let's go. So you're right around the corner from 10 and 2, wrapping it up. Congratulations. Thanks
you.
for letting me just call you out.
Yeah.
And welcome back. That's what I'm talking about. Right. So it's a simple, and everyone's going to have a different result. Right. So don't compare the results necessarily, compare the actions. That's the key. Right. So as you do the daily do, it's going to help you to start to move the needle forward. But our strategy is this 10 and 2 thing. So as you go into this, you basically pick any 20-day period. It's your own game, right? This is not a corporate thing. This is just a systematic strategy thing. So you can say, I'm starting today, 28 days from now, let me help at least get 10 new customers and 2 new partners. Or if you're an enroller, who here is more of a business enroller type of person? If that's the case, put a me in the comments. And you're like, customers are cool, but I just want to like sponsor people. That's great too, right? At least 12 people with 2 of them being brand partners. You can enroll all of them as brand partners if you want. Yeah, the Harpers are like, yeah, they're enrollers. Pam's an enroller. Dr. is definitely an enroller there. And we have a way where you can track this. Look in this on your own side. In your back office, there's a lot of cool reports and stuff. But you can go under the menu, my reports, and there's a my organization reports. You can filter it out and you can actually see all of your personal sponsorships and enrollment. So you can track this. What you track will grow. Or maybe you're somebody like a Dr. Willis. She's one of our vice presidents. She literally has a whiteboard and she's like, she's shown, she's done 10 and 2 4 times, I think, in the last month-ish. So she's just like focused on this. And once you get this done, we have a tracking sheet here if you like as well too. Once you get this done, we also put you up on, we have a website. These are all in the onboarding, but we actually put you up onto our Hall of Fame. And you see, for example, everyone that's up here, Dr. Jody just did it 3 times, actually, congrats. Lorette's here, we see Joanne. People are doing it multiple times, right? It's your own game. And we also have a mastermind group where we go over 6-7-figure strategies that once you do 10 and 2, you can apply to be a part of that. And then we're going to talk about some really, really cool things. Let's do it, Monica. So question before I start this cool interview, if that sounds like a goal you like to lock in on, I think intentions matter, decisions matter. Put a me in the comments if you're like, I'm knocking this down, James. Like, we're going to figure this out. You might be brand new, but like, I don't know what that means, but it sounds fun and I'm here for a good challenge, you know? So I'm telling you, you follow the systems, you plug in, we're going to be able to help you to do that. All right. Let's go. So I have the honor today. One thing I love doing is I love learning from success, right? One thing I've learned is just get around people that are doing amazing things that you want to be like and just pick their brains. And what I love about this type of business is that you have the opportunity to glean from those that have gone before you and those that are doing exactly what you're doing as well too. And by the way, it's free. Like the type of coaching that we get here, typically you have to pay thousands of dollars for elsewhere. Has anyone here ever paid for coaching before? Like, and it's not a bad thing, but here you get essentially free coaching, but it's relevant coaching because it's what you do. It's what I do. And we had the opportunity this last week of, I flew out to Vegas to meet this incredible leadership duo. They're 7-figure earners, legends in this industry. And they interviewed over 100 companies to look for. And they chose Partner Co. and they chose here. So I wanted to selfishly learn from them, but I also wanted everyone here to learn from them as well too. And here's my challenge to you. As we're hearing them, get down at least 3 golden nuggets that you think you can apply today. And if you do that, it's going to be good. And babe, let me know if you ever want to chime in as well too. But Dana and Amelia Harper, how are you two?
Oh my gosh. We're so excited and so happy to be here. I mean, you're talking about learning from us. I'm like, I'm trying to take notes and learn all this stuff, you know? I mean, you all are amazing. This incredible team, your leadership, man, when you sent us a message that you're going to fly in to meet us, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I can talk away. He's the introvert. I'm the, all the other things.
No, we're excited. We're very, very excited and just honored to be here with all of you.
Absolutely. Honored to have you here. I think you guys are already at least senior manager. You're kind of pre-launching things this last week. You haven't even gone public yet. So like congratulations on the promotions and everything happening in your team. They're at Ultimate. They've unlocked the compensation plan. They're helping their teammates do that as well too. But I wanted to, for those that don't know them, or maybe some of you do know them well, it's always important. I love to see, when I see success, I wonder, like, what was the backstory? Where did that come from? Were they just born this way? Or was it something else? But maybe Dana, like, how did you get introduced to even this profession of network marketing?
That's a great story. So as she mentioned, I'm an introvert by nature, shy, introverted. So I grew up in a very low income family, like the food stamps and the free lunch at school kind of thing. So I was probably the last person that anyone would ever talk to about network marketing. At the time that I saw this, it was 2000 in the industry, 2001. It was right after September 11th, and the economy in the U.S. was just tanking, right? And I was a machinist, a blue-collar worker. So for those that don't know what that is, there's a reason you don't know that profession, because nobody ever really wants to be a machinist. But I got greasy, I got dirty. I took pieces of metal and put it in the machine and pushed buttons, and I did that for 12 hours a day. So that was my background. I had no college degree, no experience in business, but somebody introduced me to an opportunity, and I went and met with him and his support leader at a local coffee shop. And I saw the whole presentation and I was like, no. I was like, I'm not interested in this at all. I've heard of these things before. and I left and just went back to like my normal life. And this person must have seen something in me. Thinking back, I always question, why did he continue to follow up so strongly? Because he saw something in me I didn't see in myself. And he reached out to me within a few days, and he said to me, Dana, he goes, I know you think this is a scam. I think you think this is not going to work. He said, but listen to me. He said, I'm going to this company's largest event that the company holds once a year this weekend. He goes, I know you have nothing to do, because I actually just got laid off because of the economy going down. Because I know you have nothing going on. He said, come with me to this event. He says, after spending 3 days, if you can still tell me that this is a scam, he says, I will refund you everything it cost you to go to this event. And so I said, it was in Cincinnati. And I was like, well, I've never been to Cincinnati. I'm going to go. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to tear holes into this thing, because I think I'm a pretty smart individual. I'm gonna tear holes in this thing, and I'm gonna get a free trip to Cincinnati because. So that was my intention. I went to this event completely a rotten apple, completely like the first day was just like this, walking around. By the second day, I'm starting to take notes, just in case. Let me take a little notes here. By the third day, I'm standing on the chairs chanting. I'm like, and so that was my introduction to the industry. I was a guest at an international convention for this industry, and that was what changed me from being a negative, rotten apple personality to completely an advocate of the industry. And right from that event, I got started in the industry and went all in from day one, and have been all in since this year, September, will be 23 years in the industry.
A star was born that day, which, by the way, who here would love to have the Harpers in your organization? Like another Harpers, right? We have an opportunity now where technically the tickets are sold out, but we do have access to black market tickets. We have that opportunity just under 2 months from now for the biggest convention that this company has, called PXP, in Orlando, Florida, September 20th to 22nd. The Harpers are going. We had a lot of fun. Highly recommend go. If you want a ticket, talk to your coach, talk to your mentors, and let's figure it out. But let us know ASAP, because they are literally sold out around the world. And if you've been to events before, you haven't been to a PXP, guys, you're going to so love this. Like, I know you've been to a lot of events, but you're going to be like, what is this? It's crazy, So anyhow, all right. So you get started. You're doing amazing things. And how did Amelia come about?
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. But so I met him partway through that experience. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I'm Urobo by tribe. That means anything to anyone here. But when we were introduced by a friend, a mutual friend, and at the time I was a single mother, and I had no idea about any of this. Okay, no network marketing experience. Well, at least I didn't think I had network marketing experience. Apparently my aunt has signed me up in one of those companies, but so I guess I was in, but not really. And so when I met him, he had mentioned living off of residue income, is what I heard. And I said, what do you mean you're making residue income? And being an immigrant here in the United States, I'd gone through 2 civil wars, back in Liberia when my family had resettled. We were here for opportunity. And so, but I just didn't see myself giving my life towards, just one thing. I had all these things that I wanted to do, and I had this life that I pictured in my mind. So when we met and he told me about this way of being able to create legacy and income that allows you to do whatever you wanted, that was like, ding, 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 ding. You mean I don't have to be tied down to any particular thing? I can just grow this amazing business and then have the freedom to travel and do all the other passionate things that I have. Yes, and make a difference. So, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. And what did he do? He says, hey, you want to follow me to, where did we go? Was it Anaheim?
It was in North Carolina.
North Carolina. I said, follow me to North Carolina. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this
From
guy
Texas.
From Texas to North Carolina. I said, this guy, I don't know who this guy, I don't know what he's going to do to me. So I took my best friend with me, and I got sold out on the industry. But I got to tell you, he never told me how we would make it back home. But that's a story for another day. But we caught the vision there at that event, and I haven't looked back ever since. It's been like 17 years now. So not only did he recruit me into the industry, he also recruited me as his wife.
Wow, come on! Hey, I did the same thing. It works.
He had a double plan.
Becky was my second recruit ever in network marketing, became my top leader, and then 4 years later started dating, got married. Our business tripled, by the way, when we started dating. She's the smart one.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. I don't know. It was just that synergy, that partnership that happened and allowed us to really grow such an amazing business in the industry, meet so many amazing people, and just giving us such a wonderful life, and just to see the kind of difference that we've made in the lives of the families that we've touched.
So love that. Notes, by the way, I don't know if you guys are jotting down notes. This is what I got. How are you with telling your story of why you got started? Like, that's what I pick up right here. They haven't talked about anything about what they've done, but who here is already engaged? You're like, wow, I like them. I would love to be with them. That resonates with me. You see, if you want to build a big team, it's not about making millions of dollars. It's about knowing the power of your story, how to connect with other people, and then share that in a relatable way. They've mastered the craft. Very simple, couple minutes. You have your couple minutes story down, which, by the way, on our warriormovement.biz site, we have like an outline of before, then, now, how to share it. So if there's one tip I have already is get your story down, where if you share it, because you're going to share, I'm sure you've shared it like literally thousands of times, but it's so natural. It takes practice to make it natural. Anywho, so you guys are together now and building amazing things. You're very humble, but tell us about, like, at the prime of things, like, what did business look like? What happened in your guys' businesses?
Well, after, and I do have to preface this and say that it wasn't quick for us, especially me, right? Because when I going back to that story, when I got started in 2001, I was ignorance on fire. I, just talked to a lot of people, and I was excited. I wasn't even and I was not coachable. I want to say that up front. I was not coachable. I had things that my support team was telling me what I should do, and I was like, thanks, but I think I got this. And like that first week or the first month, I should say, made a pretty good check, and I got excited. That locked me in. And then, because I was not being coachable, all of a sudden I wasn't making money anymore, and I was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And I was, and so it took me a period of time to get over myself a little bit and to get coachable, and then finally had success in that first company before I met my wife. And then when we got together and we started building together, as she mentioned, that's when things really exploded. And really, at the prime of things, we got to a point where the momentum was just beyond anything I could ever experience, anything I could even imagine. That's what I say about this industry, is that sometimes your results will be greater than your expectations. You will actually see something far beyond, and you'll receive something far beyond anything you could even possibly imagine when you first got involved. And that happened to us because we got to a point where it was, I can't even pinpoint when it happened, but it went from us working, and feeling like we're really nobodies, but we're just trying to work so hard, to all of a sudden people are now calling us ma'am, sir. People are like, you want
me to tell
and
you?
I'm like, what are you calling me that?
We got a call, because we really found the secret in the sauce when we identified a system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that system, that's why all the trigger words, done for you, was so important, because we needed actions to be duplicatable and simple to follow in order to create leverage, right? So that everyone, no matter what skill set, can come in and just plug and play and keep going. And we were just on auto. And I remember getting a call. We didn't even know when we hit 7 figures. We got a call, and it's like, then Emil, you're going to be featured. And I'm like, why? I think we were like walking around the house and in jammies and just kind of chilling. And we get a call, you're going to be featured in 2 minutes. We're like, I'm like, damn. And we just didn't even, because we had celebrated so many, leaders that had, been a part of our community, our family. They, done great things. And we were so caught up in just all of that we didn't even stop to even think what was happening for our business. And it was just a beautiful thing, really beautiful thing.
So to answer your original question, again, I want to preface everything because, again, our story is our story, and it may not happen for everybody, but we stuck it out, and we we were determined not to quit on this industry, right, until it happened for us. And at the peak of our results, we have brought into the team over 26,000 business partners. This is all sponsored. No one was ever given to us ever in our career. We created not only do we hit the 7-figure club, but we have multiple people that have made 7 figures with us. Many people 6 figures. There was at one point we had over 14 what's called diamonds, and I'm not sure really what that
how much sales volume is that? How much sales volume?
You have to have 100,000 in volume, 100,000 in your team
in a month, right?
Yes, in a month. Yes.
Okay. Oh man.
For that here.
Okay. 5,000. That's probably a senior officer here, around there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Optimizing your lines. Yeah, around there.
Yes.
Perfect. So it was, the success that we've been able to experience has been, as I mentioned, it was beyond what we ever even believed or understood as possible when we first got started. And we feel like that we're young, we have energy, we have vision, and we have parts of the world that we still haven't been able to tap into. We feel like the journey is like we're at the next chapter now, and that it's only going to get better from where we've been. So we're so excited.
I'm talking about. Guys, who here is willing to take what they just shared as their results and snapshot it into your mind, right? Put me in the comments. It's like this, all it takes is that vision. And what I love of what you said is your results can be greater than your expectation. Absolutely. But it does take sticking it through. I remember your first year in network marketing by Mark Urnell, that book. So he had a quote in that book, and he was like top money earner in Amway. But he said that anybody that sticks with one company for 10 years, 95% of them make more money than their wildest imagination. So if you can imagine what the Harpers just said, top it, because now we have a powerful vehicle that's here, So congratulations to you, your team, just everything that's happened. And I guess if you don't know the Harpers, you're like, well, why are they here now if everything was so great? Well, it wasn't anything that you did. Sometimes in life, there's things that we control our controllables, right? We control ourselves. In network marketing, it's beautiful. It's partnership marketing. We partner with a company and they do their job so we can do our job. So you found yourself in an interesting situation. And we love all companies and we have massive respect. But if you don't mind, like what started to happen? What shifted?
So as you mentioned, things sometimes are outside of anyone's control. And a very unfortunate accident really happened with the company that we were previously with, where our founders of our company were actually, they died in an accident.
Not just them, but a group of their families.
Yeah. And so there was 3 founders, 2 of the 3 passed that day, along with some of their family members. So it left a large burden on the remaining founder, a very, very large burden. And it, we to this day, best friends, right? We love that gentleman so much and what he did for us. But, it was beyond his ability to do it by himself. He needed other people, right? So he started trying to find other people. And to make a long story short, you start bringing multiple people into a company. You never really know what their direction or they're gonna do, or sometimes even their intention.
The vision changes, right?
Vision changes, and then even sometimes people come and go with that process. So it got to a point where I would say the company, as great as it is, was no longer really in alignment with the direction we were going. And but we were very patient as well, and just kind of like just waiting to see, okay, how is it going to unfold? Maybe they will come back into alignment with us. But during that time of waiting, we just supported the team. We got customers. We weren't really building the team, but we were just being patient. But then during that time, I kind of got bored. And so I started like just checking out the industry. I was like, I wonder what's going on in this industry right now. What are other companies doing? What systems are they following? And so it led me into this rabbit hole of research. And I really went deep into researching many of the companies in the industry, over 100 companies in a period of 2 months. Some I went deeper than others. Some were just like, I look at the surface level of it, I was like, no, this is this is not impressive at all. But then some, went a little deeper, and it was through that process that it's so amazing, because typically in network marketing, somebody in the company reaches out to you, right, about how great this opportunity is. this was completely backwards for us because we didn't know anyone in PartnerCo at the time. We knew someone in corporate, but that was it. But we found the company through doing our due diligence of the industry and learned about the company. And actually, by the way, I will say the person we knew in corporate did have an influence because as we were doing research, I saw one post of, and she saw the same post, of a group of leaders. And James and Becky, you were part of that picture.
Diversity.
We saw an amazing group of, I saw elderly leaders, I saw young leaders, I saw, you know, all races, diversity, and everyone was so happy. And that picture, there's the picture right there. That picture, when we, you know, saw it, it just popped up on our feeds.
He saw it on his own.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on my own. But somehow, you know, when he revealed that he had been, you know, really, you know, doing this research, then I said the name. I said PartnerCo.
And I said, what do you know about PartnerCo?
So somehow we were in alignment, you know. It was. You keep talking.
It was amazing, and the more, you know, this rarely happens when you see a company, it sounds good, and then the more research you do, the better it gets. Most of the time, you start digging a little bit deeper in the company, you're like, oh, like, you know, the gotcha there's a gotcha. And so that's what I was expecting. But then as I was going deeper into the you know, the comp plan, I'm just like, this is insane. And then, you know, rated #1 comp plan. Then I get into the policies and procedures. I start going, and this is, mind you, nobody at PartnerCo knows we're doing this. We're doing this all on our own. I'm going through the policies, procedures. I'm seeing the Bill of Rights that protects the partners. The core values of the company. And I'm like, I've never seen this anywhere in this industry. And that was enough to really want us to take it to that next level and start meeting people in the company.
Gosh, how beautiful how that works. So here's some notes, because what I'm taking notes on is I would love way more Harpers in all of our organizations and all the communities that you represent. So what are they looking for? Number one, I see culture, right? Is it a diverse culture where it's great, right? Are people happy? Number two, I hear Bill of Rights. That's a huge thing, by the way, that no one else has. Comp plan. Is it actually good? Do people get paid what they have? I've worked with this comp plan for 13 years, and I've never heard anybody feel like their paycheck sucked. Like, it's always the opposite. They're like, I got paid this much. I had a message from one of our leaders this week, and she's like, I can't believe I just got paid this. What is happening? I'm like, yeah, you know? So those are huge. And of course, the product has to be really good as well. So you start taking a closer look. Anything else that you were looking for in a company, or even now going into a team or a system?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to bring that up next. Is that, you know, this was kind of the order we looked at, you know, because products are very, very important. But I've also 22 years, I've seen it. I've seen the good, bad, and the ugly. Amelia, the same thing. We've seen the good, bad, and the ugly. I've seen companies that have amazing products, but you wouldn't want to be part of those companies. So product alone is as important as it is. You cannot build a business solely on product alone. There have to be other things inclusive to make the opportunity a true amazing opportunity, right? Yes. Including the comp plan, including the ownership, including the culture. So those things were things that attracted us first, but then the next thing was product. What are the products? We have to see it. And that's when we started learning about the products and trying the products, because we were in Nigeria at the time, our home base, and we found out this company actually operates in Nigeria. So the first thing we do before anyone knows,
I went on. I said I found the closest. And by the way, y'all, I switch accents, so if I break into my Nigerian accent, my bad. I found the closest distributor, and I was like, I want to buy the noni, and they're like, yeah, I got you. So they sent it over to our house, and you know, we got our first try of the noni, and we were so excited because we are familiar with the power of noni. You know, even the last almost a decade, we've been helping so many families become, get transformations health-wise. I mean, we have stories, you know, the power and the efficacy of noni. But then when we found out about the slender drops, we're like, whoa, wait a minute, now we can't get that there in Nigeria. So we called our contact in corporate and say, hey, hook me up with them slender rats. So we're really excited to at least get that in our system. And we flew here for the event we came for in Vegas, and then we met James. It's awesome.
Yeah. And you lost 5 pounds already when you first used them, right?
I didn't even know how it happened. Okay, we got here and I was like, I told him, I was like, oh, it does work. I lost 5 pounds. I was even trying.
and now it's over 8.
It's 8 pounds now. So yeah.
Wow. Congrats. I'm talking about.
Yes,
so
yes.
The products are amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. And anything else, Dana? So we got all that part down. Then it comes down to, all right, how do you build? And I think any leader you can build, you guys are the leaders that you take anything, you can make it work. But there's certain things that you look for when building as well that matter on the field side too. Because even if the company does all that, which is great, if we don't build, it doesn't do anything as well. So what were you looking for on that standpoint?
The biggest thing, as my wife mentioned before, the biggest thing that caused us to really 10x our results after we got together was the introduction of a system, a duplicatable, simple system. And from that point forward is when I really understood the immense importance of having a system, right? And a true system, because everybody sometimes will say we have a system, but a system, you'll know that it's something that it's powerful if it's something that can be easily duplicated, and it allows your organization to grow. That is, we always said, we still say this to this day, it's important for us to have a business that is system dependent, not leader dependent.
Not leader dependent.
Right? Because if you have a system, if the system that the team or the company is promoting is a leader dependent system, meaning that we have a system, and the system is you get your people on the phone with the leader.
Right.
And the leader is going to be there to do the 3-way call, and the leader is going to show up to your house and do meetings. And we call that a leader dependent system. If your business has a leader dependent system, then your business now can only grow. It's capped. It can only grow to the availability of that leader, or the other leaders, right? And so we quickly learned that the power of having a system that was not leader dependent, right? And teaching a team and building a team that was dependent on the system, because the system can be available 24/7. 365 days a year, it can be available. And we live internationally, right? We live in Africa, time zone difference. We can't physically be available sometimes at certain times when people need us. So it was very important that we didn't need that. Instead, we could teach a team to rely not on us and our availability, but rely on a system that's always available, that they can plug into, that, they don't have to ever worry about when, my prospect's available now. Are you available? Or this person's available? It's like they know that at any time they can plug people in, they can get people exposed, and then we still are going to be there to help, right? But we can come in and really step in when a person's already possibly even seen some information. They're already pre-qualified, so to speak.
Do the fun stuff, right? Build a relationship, connections. That's the fun part of what we do here, right? And so it seals the deal, so there's no convincing needed. They already know what's up. Now we just get to connect and build relationships.
And I do want to say this, James, that during our research of over 100 companies, that was a big part of one of the things we were looking at. And I will tell you, as a whole, and this is just from my, opinion, but after almost 23 years in this industry, I think, we can really evaluate companies pretty well. Right now, this industry is kind of in a mess. Most of the companies that I was looking at, they don't have a clear system.
They have an identity crisis.
They have an identity crisis as a company. Like, they don't know, are we affiliate, marketing? Are we social influencing? Are we, it's almost an identity crisis in the industry, and it comes from the top of the company down. And so now the business partners are in an identity crisis. They don't know what they're
Confused.
doing. They're confused. They're just
confused. People do nothing.
they either do nothing or they do a lot of work that's not paying them, right? They're doing a lot of different things that's not leading to actual results. And so, so when we saw, you know, it was amazing because it wasn't until we really started researching the teams. We had met, we had seen the company, PartnerCo, we've seen the products, we saw the Bill of Rights, all those things. We ended up meeting Darren and John on a Zoom, and that sealed the deal. It really sealed the deal for us that PartnerCo was the right company. But then we had to choose the right team, right? And so again, at this point, nobody knows no one in the field knows who we are and what we're looking. And we asked corporate to send us a list of a lot of teams, and we started going through all the teams. And one thing we noticed about PartnerCo was like every leader is amazing. Like all the leaders in the company are just really amazing. And it seems like everyone's just working so synergistically together in the company. So that made it very, very hard. But as we were looking through the different teams, we saw the machine, and we said, this is just like the system that caused us to have so much results. It's very similar, but I felt it was even simpler. And I felt that it was even better in the fact that it didn't require people to have to use social media. I'm kind of now, you know, using social media as a platform to build your business, I think it'd be very dangerous in this time, you know? And so not saying that you can't use social media to get leads. I'm all for that, right? But
don't bring them
taking people off social media and putting them somewhere else into a platform where you have control is so key in this industry. And not many people, if there's any, besides this team, are doing that right now. So that was so amazing to us. And so we decided that you know, this was an amazing team. And it was also the leadership. You, Becky, many of the leaders that we saw. And I do have to say this. I do have to throw this out there because we were leaning towards this team, but we said, you know what, we need to be fair. And, you know, and I don't want anyone to have hard feelings. So what we decided to do, and I just want to say this because I think this is amazing too, is that we decided on the same day, because we were doing research on the back end of everyone's, you know, stalking your all Facebook pages and
sorry guys,
your YouTube channels. But what we decided was on the same day, we friended all the leaders on the same day at the same time. I just went through and friended every leader, blah, 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 blah. And I just waited and stood back. Do you guys know the first person who ever messaged me directly, private messaged me directly back was Mr. James Zhang. First person to message me back. And then the second person, and there's only ever two people that messaged me. The second person was somebody in the team. So I said, you know what? We have to go with the first person that messaged me, but it validated what we were already feeling in our heart to be part of this organization. So
thank you.
God.
Thank you so much.
Of course. It's an honor. It's an honor. Guys, this was a roadmap. I hope you really get in these philosophies in this order of priorities, right? Because most typically in network marketing, it goes the opposite way, right? Someone just contacts you and then you get recruited in, and then you start learning about these other things. But how much wisdom? Who here is here because you want to build one thing once and have that help your family for multi-generations? Like that's what you want, right? So it's important to understand these philosophies. So if you can take in everything that the Harpers just shared, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you're brand new. If you share those philosophies with other people, that just makes sense. This is how you build a huge, huge organization. So congratulations on that. And it is an honor to partner with you. So now that you're here, it's been around a week. How do you feel? What's been going on?
A lot has been going on. But such good actions, right? Positive actions. And we definitely see here the potential for so many to win even faster than we thought. And your leadership and just everything you've already set up makes it so easy to do this transition. And so we're just super blessed and excited to be here. And again, we'll come up for air. But one thing we know is success, you know, the saying goes, success loves speed. But I think I'd like to add that success loves steady and consistency. And so we want to make sure that we help. We're not, we're trying to help make the process smooth, but we're getting to work. We're going. We'll come up for air.
We are again, as you mentioned, we technically haven't even gone public that we have made the transition, which is the plan to do this weekend, right? So everything leading up to that was basically we wanted to do our exit properly. We wanted to not have people and teams and companies and the people that we built relationships with for so many years hear about us making a transition from a Facebook post. We didn't feel that was the proper thing to do. So we had a list of people that we said we wanted to mention, specifically our personally sponsored people and some of our leaders that we work with in the company. We wanted to let them know directly from us that we were, transitioning from that company. We thought it was a proper thing to do before we do an announcement. Problem is we have 51 personally sponsored people from the company, so that's a lot of people to have to talk to. So it's been so that has one conversations at a time. It's taken a little bit of time, but we're very, very excited, and we have a feeling that once we go public, it's going to be like opening up the floodgates, right? So we're also trying to we'll be welcoming so many people. We can't wait. So we're excited.
Oh my gosh. Last question. Give us some vision. What are you seeing PartnerCo becoming? What are you seeing your organization becoming? Like, what's the wildest imagination now, this next chapter for you guys?
As I mentioned, the last time that we really had this big surge using a system like that we see here today, the results were beyond our imagination. And now it they say that a mind, right, a mind that is stretched beyond its normal capability, like can now it's now capable of believing even more, right? And so we it's like what we accomplished before, now it's like, well, that's a given. That's a given, but I feel like this is now the next opportunity that's going to 10x that. So just from a team.
So on that quick, you had a similar system with Australia. What happened there when you implemented kind of like a machine thing?
Well, it was like a caveman machine. I hit that stick. Anyway, go ahead, Sam.
But Australia, when we launched that country for the company at that time, we found that a lot of people in Australia were sick and tired of traditional network marketing, hotel meetings, home meetings. They were just that culture over there. They were just completely over that, turned off to that. So when we introduced them to a system that they could use online, that was more leveraged, there was automation involved, they attract so many people. It's so crazy. In fact, before we even made it over there, because it was December, it was about 3 or 4 months, just organic growth. We didn't bring any leaders from other companies. I remember the conversation with the very first person. Now, I will tell you that the people that we got in first were high influencer people. Like, they were business people. They had a lot of, so that's important sometimes. But they, because I want to say this because the results might be, sound crazy. But in the first 3 to 4 months, we had about 4,000 people join that group, that team, without a single in-person meeting, without us flying over, without us doing any of that. And and then it just continued to grow. In fact, that's still one of our biggest part of our organization is Australia and New Zealand. So very exciting. I mean, and the fact that here, so going back to your question, PartnerCo is so global, and that's another huge thing. We live in Africa, and all the opportunities we've had up to this point, we've never had an opportunity to build in Africa. So where we are going as a team, we're looking to 10x everything we've ever done up to this point. But for a company, I think the opportunity is endless. I literally, with Darren and John at the helm of this company, they're leading with heart, leading with passion. I know that PartnerCo will be a company, that so many people, especially now in this time in the industry, will influx to this company. Will just come, they will find a true home, they will plant their flag, and this is going to cause Partner to go on to be a company that maybe right now, you know, maybe a lot of people don't know the name yet. But I'm telling you, literally in just the next few short years, Partner Co. will be a household name, not just in the United States, not just in Canada. It'll be globally a household name. And we're so excited to
be a part of
a part of that.
An honor to have you be a part of it. My gosh. Well, Dana, Amelia, thank you for sharing your story. Congratulations on your yes. And thank you for your leadership. It's much needed. You are Partner Co. Like, this is the culture, what it is. And congratulations to all the leaders that have joined along. And your yes as well too, because those first yeses mean a lot. And that just means this huge influx of what's going to go on the next couple of years. That's all going to fall under everyone here, you know? So Amelia, any other last words?
I just want to thank everyone for welcoming us so warmly, for those who have trusted us to even be here alongside with us. We have a lot of our family members, you know, that we've built, you know, together all these years. Mr. Ken Johnson, Ms. Melissa. I mean, so many. Gloria, all of you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much for trusting us through this process. And we want to thank every single one of you here with the Warrior Movement family. I can't wait to meet you all, hug you all, maybe, you know, give you a little flavor from Nigeria, you know, we'll be expecting you back home. And so thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you. I love you all.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Couple last notes, guys. What do you do from here? We have a bunch of resources. Number one, you heard about the founders, John and Darren. We actually have Katie Holtz, who they knew before, actually. Perfect timing. We literally just finished a couple of interviews with them. We put all of our replays of prospect presentations on our Wellness 360 YouTube page. I just dropped that in the chat. It's also on our links page. I'd encourage you, if you're the type you're like, I want to get a feel for who John, Darren, Katie, the executives, the founders are. I mean, just watch those. Like, they were incredible. So you're going to have the full perspective on that. Number two, if you're still like on the fence and you're like, man, should I do this? Get back to whoever connected you and be like, let's get started right now, because it's going fast. You want to make sure you get the right position. In this position, this kind of matters well too. There could be a lot that falls under you. And of course, if you want the complete experience, highly suggest to you, come to PXP. Like, that's the best decision that you can make. That's what sparked both Amelia and Dana. That's what sparked you and your people as well too. If you're interested in that, get back to any of us, and I'll scour the heavens and the earth for a black market ticket just for you. We'll figure it out right there. All right. So babe, anything else on your end?
No, I'm just super excited. If you're brand new here, make sure you go through our onboarding. It's so important. I know it could be overwhelming with all these resources, but literally everything is listed for you on that wellness360.community/start page. Putting yourself as a brand partner, and then go through our links so you can bookmark and always refer back. But every step is laid out for you. So just go through the beginning. And you'll be able to be a part of our community with our Facebook groups, Telegram groups, and we're here for you every single step of the way. Super excited to welcome all the new family members.
Welcome, guys. Let's help you get 10 and 2. Let's see you in our mastermind. Let's scale this, transform the world. Other than that, feel free to unmute yourself. Have a great weekend, guys.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you. Great to see you.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Harper. Thank you, James.
Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody.
Enjoyed hearing the story.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, all.
Can't wait to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Welcome.
Beautiful day.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Love seeing you all. What a call, huh?
Right?
Awesome. Have a great one, guys.
All right.
It's
bye,
always great with the Harpers.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Can't go
See you
wrong.
soon.
Bye, guys.